Yo, what's going on everybody? So today I want to have a conversation with you guys about whether or not Boro is actually the weakest member of Car or whether or not he should be considered to be the weakest member. And I know there's some information that's in the manga that makes people think otherwise, and I'll touch on that in a moment. But before I go any further, I want to talk to anime onlys, and I want to say, hey, I thank you for your support. As of this recording, 446 videos exist on this channel, and over 360 of them are spoiler free, so I thank you for your support. But if you don't want to be spoiled, then I highly recommend clicking off of this video. I am going to try and double upload this week, that way you guys get some non-spoiler content that doesn't directly relate to the manga. So with that being said, if you're still here, I'm going to assume you're okay with me talking about spoilers. So I've been thinking this for a while, but I don't think that Boro is stronger than Delta. Now I know somebody's typing on the keyboards right now telling me you're absolutely wrong, and so I'll just say this, right? Like, I went back and I reread, I believe it's Boruto Chapter 34. Yeah, it's Boruto Chapter 34. I went back and I reread the chapter, and I was looking at the interactions that Boro had with Delta, and this is where a lot of people come to the belief that Delta is actually weaker than Boro. So you have this moment where Code looks over at Delta and says, you're clearly no match for him. It's inevitably going to be up to either me or Boro to defeat Naruto. And this is the thing, right? This is the thing. Delta pushes back just as equally at him, and I think a lot of us at the time had a knee-jerk reaction and say, okay, Delta's clearly the weakest member of this group and Boro and Code are more powerful. Yet when you look at what gets said about Boro by Kawaki, there's hints there that Boro, his strength necessarily isn't in his raw power. Kawaki just says that Boro is more dangerous than Delta, and so I want to kind of expound on that, because when you look at the abilities, Delta does not have the dangerous abilities like Boro. With Delta's attacks, Delta is a straight brawler. It's very impressive that she was able to keep up with a suppressed Naruto, and yet at the same time, Delta has the ability to absorb jutsu. That's something that you know is coming. You can actually see it once it's done. When you look at Delta, she's able to destroy your body on a cellular level. She hits you with those chakra eye beams. That's all stuff that is essentially physical. Those are things that you can see. It's dangerous in its own right, but when you look at Boro, Boro presents a better challenge given the fact that yes, he's got some power to him, and yet it isn't insanely overpowered because Sarada was able to counter his lava style jutsu with her own fire style jutsu, okay? Now, when you look at what makes Boro so dangerous, it's more so in basically him being able to fight using nanomachines and with those viruses, because unless you have the Sharingan, you can't actually see where those viruses are. You don't realize that you've been poisoned and taken down until it's too late. There's a reason why you hear Code saying that, look, it might be better for us to fight Naruto than you, because Naruto would not be able to see those viruses. Naruto, if those viruses got in his body, if it works like Delta's eye beams, if it works like that, then Naruto could essentially be taken down and Boro will be the best person suited to do so. So I think that that's more in what we're getting here. Boro might not be physically stronger than Delta, but he possesses abilities that make him a more dangerous of a fighter. But I want to know from you guys, do you guys think that Boro should be considered to be stronger than Delta? I don't think that that's the case. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, when Boruto went into his Karma Seal, right? When Boruto transformed into that, he essentially tried to attack Delta. Delta bum rushed this dude, and with one punch, Delta was able to knock Boruto out of his karma state. Now, when you look at Boro's not displayed anything like that. In fact, when Boruto and Kawaki used their Karma Seal in unison, they were able to eviscerate this dude. I don't think either one of them is going to be able to pull something like that off with Kawaki. In fact, when you look at Delta's interactions with Kawaki low-key seemed to be afraid of Delta, whereas when it comes to Boro, Kawaki's been talking some side shit. So I really think that they are telling us, like, look, it isn't necessarily about power. It's more so about the hack's nature of these abilities. But again, I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think? Do you agree with me that Boro might not necessarily be stronger than Delta, but he's more of a dangerous and a deadly fighter? Or do you guys think that this is something where essentially Delta is the weakest member? Let me know what you guys think and why. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching on to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.